Good morning, this is Kim from the Hashtag Project. Our Etsy name is the Hashtag Project, and we do have a Facebook page which is under Junk to Joy Journals. We are offering, Ginger and myself are offering a set of 25 Christmas Advent tags that are available. We do have a limited number of these kits. This is our first time actually selling on Etsy and kind of getting out into the YouTube world. So, uh, if you're interested in purchasing a kit, I would recommend that you go ahead and have a look at those to see if that's something that you're interested in doing. As I said, we do have a limited number. So let's get started. As you can see, this is tag number one. They will all come wrapped in some type of tissue paper, maybe not the plaid, but some type of tissue paper. And this is what's included in the kit for this tag. So let's open up the tag and kind of get an idea of what we have to work with. We did include the number on the outside. It is stuck with removable double stick tape. So if you want to use the white one, you can. If it's white on the outside or cream on the outside, we have the alternate color on the inside of the bag. So you may not think that this tag needs a cream number. So if that's the case, you can use the number that's on the outside. So just remove that carefully so you don't, if you want to keep the tissue paper. Otherwise, just go ahead and open it up. I did not tape this one, for time's sake. And this is the inside of the bag. Each one of the tags come in a cellophane, some type of little cellophane bag that you could repurpose, just for some extra fun. If you're taking the time to purchase this kit to create for yourself or for family memories, we want to make sure that it's, something that when you open up, you really feel like it's a gift to yourself. So if you have done that, good for you. It's always nice to show yourself a little appreciation for all the hard work that you do for your family throughout the year. Even if you don't have small children, we understand that it does take time to manage a household. So we open the kit. For kit number one, and for all of our kits, for all of our tags, rather, I keep saying kits, but it's actually for all of our tags, we do have a 2-inch, that's what these are, 2-inch circle included. If it's a cream color tag, it will have a cream color background. This one is white on one side and cream on the other. So if you want to use the white tag, you can use this as a backing just for additional support. These are on cardstock, so they do have a little heft to them, but if you want to make them a little more sturdy, you're welcome to place it on this little punched out circle. If it's a cream color tag or number that you're using, this one does have a flip, so you can use the cream color or the craft stock that's on the back side to kind of blend in. So it's, obviously your choice what you want to do. So there's not much that is needed to actually assemble each of the tags that we have. We tried to keep the number of supplies down because not everybody has all the supplies that we need to get all of this together and assemble each one of these. Now, the idea behind this was to be able to, if you choose, you can put tea stain paper on the back of each of the tags. They're all white on the back unless you choose to put some type of tea stain paper or repurpose paper. And then obviously you could sew around these if you choose to. So just some ideas about that. They can be used to be in a journal, be placed in a journal and pockets. But the main purpose is to give you an opportunity to journal about your holiday activities with friends and family. So again, you can place these in a small box on your coffee table. That way you can read the memories about each of the activities that you do. And in the kit, when you get the kit, you will receive a list of 25 activities or ideas that you could use with your family and friends. So let's get started on assembling this kit, and I'll talk a little bit more about the idea behind it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is punch a hole in the top, and I have a Crop-A-Dile. You can just use any type of hole punch and punch a hole in the top. Now just kind of eyeball that and kind of get that center. And then the next thing you're going to do is the background of the tag. Now this one obviously has a piece of lace, so you just want to make sure that you're choosing the front side of the lace, which I think I have. And then I'm using some Fabri-Tac glue to put the lace on, just to make sure it adheres well. Now I did create a set of these tags probably, I would say probably 3-4 Christmases ago, and I have had no trouble with any of my pieces coming off. In fact, I tried to remove a couple of them just to kind of get an idea of how I did them for the kit, and they definitely were not coming off. So that's a good thing. You don't have to worry about that with this glue. So let's just put a little bit of glue on the back. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that you're enjoying some time leading up to the holidays. I know sometimes it gets a little hectic, but we definitely wouldn't have it any other way, because we get to spend a little more time with our family. Hopefully, and wherever you are, there's not so much of a lockdown now where you can spend some time with friends and family. Alright, so there we have the background. Now I didn't go all the way to the top of the tag, but you're welcome to do so if you choose. With the eyelash trim that we're going to be using, it makes it a little easier not to have to work around that lace. So it actually doesn't show up much once you get this piece on. So just go ahead and cut off the excess if you have it for the tag bottom, up from the tag bottom. And my scissors do not want to work, so we'll get there. All right. So now, as a crafter, obviously I would not throw that away. I would keep that maybe for a snippet or something later on. So if you do like to do that kind of work, then definitely keep your scraps. All right, and the next thing that we have included in this, some of these have die cuts with them, so we have put everything in little bags just to try to keep it easy for you to assemble. And I do recommend that you kind of keep your tags, unless you're ready to work on them, keep them in the package, or at least a cellophane bag with the number, so you don't lose all the pieces that go along with it. So I'm just going to kind of place my pieces around, and this was the idea behind this little tag. So we want to, got some little deer in here, so you can place them however you choose, but for this I'm going to place the daddy deer on the left side and the mama here, and raise her up just a little bit, and then we got the baby here. So that's the idea with this one. You might, if you have some glue that has a finer tip, maybe like the art glitter glue, that does make it simpler to get these dies on. So just a suggestion there. It's not necessary. If you're better with the other glue, then feel free to use that. I'm not, so I'm going to go ahead and use the art glitter glue. And I'm not really great with this either. I do make it a little bit of a mess, but it doesn't actually show up once you get the tag or the little die cuts on the tag. And I'm not really good at talking and doing something at the same time, so I apologize for the silence. So we'll just kind of place this down a little lower, just to make sure this is not in the way of our mama deer. And we'll place each one of these little pieces on the tag. Each one of these tags should take, you know, maybe 15 minutes to assemble. And again, the idea was to have something that would not take a lot of time. Maybe you could do with your children or grandchildren, because it doesn't take a, you know, a lot of crafting tools that might be not might be so good for smaller children. There are small parts, and we do have a note on the letter to be cautious when working with small children and pets around. We definitely don't want anyone to have an issue with that. So just be cautious about that when you're opening your pieces, to make sure that you don't lose anything on the floor. And again, we just don't want that to be a bad experience for anyone. And again, this is about being able to have the opportunity to journal about your holiday activities with your family and your friends. So now that things are opening up a little bit, you might want to, you know, try some of the activities that we have listed. And she's on there, but I'm going to give that a little glue. It's not wanting to stay down. All right. And then we have the little one. Oh, I don't know if I'm in camera or not. And if I'm not, I apologize. Again, I'm very new to this, so it does take a minute to kind of get your bearings. So my apologies. All right, so we have them all on. Again, for tag number 1, and then inside this second little bag, we have some eyelash trim and a bead dangle. So that will go on the top here as an accent piece. And the eyelash trim that we have is relatively long. We wanted to make sure we included a little bit extra, so if you want to, however you want to tie your charm, your dangle on, then that's completely up to you. If you want to add a hole reinforcement to your tag, you can do so. These are just white that I've put some ink on to just kind of give them a little color. So I'll go ahead and place these on. And again, if you're putting paper on the back of your tags, you know, you'll want to make sure you put that on and then put your reinforcement on. Either way, you can journal on these. It just depends on if you want it, you know, what kind of look you're going for. So again, there's options. So I'm going to just put this one through to give us a little topper. It is a little fiddly because of all the little pieces that stick out. Now, before I pull that tight, I'm going to actually go ahead and put my dangle on, if I can. But no pressure. Might take just a minute to get it on there. Oh, good. We got it. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and tie that once, just to make sure that it stays in the center, because again, it is a little hard to see what you're doing with all these little pieces, but once we get it on, it will be extremely cute. All right, don't pull it too tight because it will break. Just a little snug, and I'm going to give it another knot just to make sure that we don't lose our little dangle. Now, in order to get it kind of in the middle, because we want that to hang down, this was our idea. If you have a different one, please feel free to use it, or whatever works best for you. And again, we're having a little struggle with this. Oops. you know, it's all about having some fun and maybe having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever you like, with somebody that you enjoy spending some time with. Maybe you could use these tags to spend a little time with somebody you want to enjoy a little time with for the holidays. You know, we want to put these out here so that we want to pull that a little snug too. We want to put these out here so that you can do this before the holidays. Holidays are all about friends and family. So, and if you're doing them by yourself, share them with your family. Right. So that's what that's going to look like there. You can fluff that up a little bit. Kind of get that, get that up there. And then you got your little bead dangle that hangs down from the eyelash trim. Now, the only other thing that we need to do for this one, we have the number that we feel like would be used on this particular tag is cream color. So we have the number on cream. Again, you can use the number on white if you choose. It's totally up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and put these together on the cream side. And again, you can use Fabri-Tac or you can use the art glitter glue if you have it or something similar. That smaller tip is just easier to work with. Art glitter glue does adhere quicker. And that is already stuck. So now our idea for this is to put the number at the top. That way, if you have them hanging on a tree or if you have them in a little storage container on your table, then you can have them in order. And so ideally, I guess what I do is I'll start out with, the 1st of December. I'll have the number 1 at the beginning of my little decorative box that I have on my coffee table. And once we get past that day, journal about the day, the activity that you had, or if you didn't have an activity, just some ideas about, your family or memories about your family. And then just move that one to the backs, to the end, or hang it on the tree at that point. So I will go ahead, and so what I do is just decide what side I want the number on my tag. So on this one, because this is on the left, I want to put this on the right. So I'm just going to do just a small bit on the bottom, just to catch it. And then just put that right on our tag. And just give that a minute to adhere. And let's make sure I don't have glue on the back side. So if you do it with the white on the back, again, that's going to blend in a little better, but it doesn't really matter. We know that that's an extra piece that's added to the tag, so I don't think that it'll matter. And again, it's all about having some fun. So there is our completed tag for day number 1 for our journal or our Christmas tree or whatever we choose to use it on. So I hope you have fun making these along with us if you do buy the kit. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much, and I'll be back soon.